Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Kate, for the introduction. It's great to be here. Last year was the first time I spoke at this event, and so today what I want to do is give you a bit of an update of what we've been doing in the last 12 months. Also, the company recently announced last week that we are undertaking a capital raising. That's a $3 million renounceable entitlement offer, partially underwritten, to existing shareholders. It is, as I said, renounceable, so there are rights trading at the moment. I'll detail the capital raising further at the back of this presentation. Usual disclaimer there, I'll quickly move through that. Okay, just to recap for those who weren't here last year, Flynn Gold was listed on the ASX in 2021 with a focus on high quality projects in Tasmania. Our aim is to discover significant gold and or silver deposits in the near term. The company's licences are mainly in the northeast, which is probably better known for tin than it is for gold, but we're exploring there and testing gold deposits predominantly at our Golden Ridge and Warrantina projects. Over to the northwest, we're exploring for silver and lead at the Henty project, which is right on the doorstep of Zeehan. And we're also got a very interesting gold, tungsten and cobalt project at our Firetower project. At our flagship Golden Ridge, we've announced a maiden exploration target there in November last year, and I'll go through that in this presentation. We've identified new targets at Golden Ridge in the last 12 months, and we're drilling at one of these right now. And with drilling underway over the coming months, and with the exceptional gold price that we've got at the moment, we think we're very highly leveraged for share price improvement over the short term. So here's a bit of a corporate snapshot for you. Market cap today is about $9 million. Give us an enterprise value of 8.5 or thereabouts based on our current share price. Our major shareholder is a fellow named Colin Burke, who owns 35% of the company's holdings. Board and management owns about just over 5%, and you'll see there Lowell Resources Fund. John Ford's on our board, and they own about 4.5%, which is a great vote of confidence in the company. Other members of the board, Clive Duncan is our chairman, very well connected with our major shareholder, and Sam Garrett, geologist, who's had several discoveries under his belt, and he's doing very well with his Great Southern Copper company in Chile at the moment. So, northeast Tasmania, key element of our strategy is exploring in an underexplored portion of the Lachlan Origin, which hosts the prolific Victorian goldfields. As you're probably aware, the Victorian goldfields have produced over 80 million ounces of gold to date, whereas in Tasmania it's about 3. The Lachlan Origin in Tasmania has yielded the Beaconsfield gold mine and also the new Golden Gate mine, which is part of the Methina gold mining area just to the south of Golden Gate. So we think the amount of exploration activity that's been undertaken in the last 100 years there is very limited, which gives us great potential. You're seeing what's going on in Victoria with more exploration being undertaken there by companies like Southern Cross Gold and more recently Falcon Metals, and the success they're having. So I think they're ahead of us in the sort of exploration phase, but there's certainly lots of opportunities for us to make some good discoveries. So Golden Ridge, before we move on to that photo that you can see on the screen there just shows you the sort of mineralisation we're talking about there. It's fine gold, which there's a few little blue circles there with specks of gold in it, laced within or hosted within a quartz sulfide vein, which is rich in pyrite and arsenopyrite, and sometimes there's secondary silver and lead in there as well. Now the arsenopyrite, we've done some metallurgical test work with some of these samples at Trafalgar and also at Grenadier, and just using cyanide leaching, the gold's coming out at about 95% recovery. So arsenopyrite's a very good pathfinder mineral, but it's not the gold's not locked up with that gang. So Golden Ridge shows all the hallmarks of being a large intrusive related gold system. The geological map there shows you the younger rocks in pink, surrounding the granite, which is in the younger granites, which are in the pink, around the outside of that, the older Mathina sediments. Gold's been identified through the presence of a combination of historical workings and also our exploration efforts, particularly with soil sampling and just good old ground reconnaissance, boots on the ground. We've identified a number of other targets across a 9-kilometre corridor, which is growing. The announcement of a maiden exploration target for the Trafalgar, Brilliant and Link zones was a major milestone, which I'll go through shortly. Other activities we've undertaken in the last 12 months include some step-out and infill drilling at Trafalgar and Trafalgar North, and again we've been intersecting high-grade gold in multiple veins. At Grenadier, we identified that about 18 months ago with soil sampling, and then we followed that up this year with a lot of trenching and confirmed presence of gold in mineralised veins over an area. Well, the soil anomaly is about 1 kilometre square at the moment. We've hit veins which run about 300 metres long. We commenced our maiden drilling there about 2 months ago. We've got assays pending on that program, so watch this space for results to be reported on that. And then over at Double Event, similar sampling techniques applied at Double Event to what we've done at Grenadier. There were historical workings there, an old shaft about 20 metres deep. We've got veins, about 300 metres of veins identified to date with gold in there, and we're drilling there today, so things are looking good on that front. Okay, this is our exploration target that we identified for the 3 areas. Trafalgar is the best of those areas. It's got a grade range of 4.5 to 5 grams per tonne gold for a contained gold 303 to 322,000 ounces. Brilliant's a little bit away from the granite contact, so the grade's a bit lower, but you can see those numbers there. And the Link zone, based on some very limited exploration work to date, rounds out the exploration target of 520,000 ounces potentially. So this slide just shows you where all those drill holes are and the surface expression of those veins. Out of the 9 kilometres, we're really talking about at best 30% has been tested, but really there's so many gaps there that even that number's a bit high in my opinion. So I'll just show you a video now which does a fly through of this in 3D. So we start with just having a look at the terrain. You can see this is a flyover of the Golden Ridge and its location in the northeast of Tasmania there. As I said, Victoria's yielded over 80 million ounces of gold, and down in Tasmania it's barely 3 million so far, so there's plenty of potential in an area which was really starved of capital because I think everyone went to Victoria instead of staying in Tassie. You can see the vein there in that slide, the old timers were. This is a classic sort of drilling situation for us, so whilst we're in forestry reserves, at logging areas, we're not actually having to chop down any trees. Scottsdale's where our team is based. We've got geologists based there close to Golden Ridge, but also our other key projects at Warrentina and the ground we've got around the Beaconsfield gold mine. You can see there the blue gum plantations, they're sort of covering the whole of the Golden Ridge gold granodiorite. So we're going to do a 3D flyover this now. We've got great support from the Mines Department for what we're doing. This is really an emerging area. So there's your soil geochemistry from soil sampling. We did a lot of it over the summer. That's arsenic, you can see, and then we switched to gold. So they're very coincidental anomalies. 9 kilometres from east to west. Where the light blue areas are on the contact is there's a bit of Permian sediment over the top, so you can't get a gold signature on that, sort of between Grenadier and the Brilliant area, but we think that's all prospective along that contact. Still very little drilling being done to date. Most of the drilling at Brilliant and Trafalgar and a few holes in between. So when we pull back the layer, we can see the light pink is the granite contact and the red zones are the exploration target veins that we've modelled up, with Brilliant to the left and Trafalgar to the right. So there lots of gaps in those mineralised zones, as you can see. Trafalgar's had the best results to date with 5 out of 25 holes we've drilled grading over 100 grams per tonne in the veins. Most of the drilling's only been down to about 250 metres, so it's still very shallow. And as we know with these granite intrusive gold systems, they can have very deep plumbing. What we really like about this is you've got gold on both sides of the contact. So there's gold in the sediments and gold in the granites. Most of the exploration historically is always focused on the sediments. So, that's a great opportunity for us. The vein model we've got at Trafalgar goes for about 600 metres by 500 metres depth based on the limited drilling we've done to date. And when you swing around and have a look at Brilliant, you can see all that drilling there is actually up the top of the ridge and is in a distance away from the granite. So the best grades at Brilliant are at the deepest point, so we think the closer we get to the granite, the deeper we go, the more the grade's going to improve, hopefully. So between the two, it's about 3 kilometres of mineralised zone out of that 9 kilometres. And as I said, we're looking to grow that by more work at Brilliant and Trafalgar. But also our target pipeline is growing. So Grenadier, we've trenched there. Some of the results of that trenching you can see there. You're getting up to about 0.4 of a metre at 17 grams per tonne in veins exposed at the surface over the 300 metres. And we've got, that was the planned drilling. We've modified that program and completed 7 holes to date, but we've got plans to go back and do more drilling. And then double event, we've just started drilling there. Some of the other pipeline targets we're really interested in, Kensington's emerging, lining. The Duke one's quite interesting. It's a gold anomaly inside the granite contact and it's got a coincident IP anomaly with it as well. So that's really quite encouraging for us. So just to sort of wrap up, Grenadier, as you can see, there's some of those results again on the vein modelling. We announced last week that we discovered a third vein there, G3. There's a vein 1 metre wide running at 11.6 grams per tonne at the surface. And there's some numbers there you can see in the bottom right-hand corner, 17.9 and 16 grams in some of the quartz float we've picked up in that area. So we think there could be a fourth vein about 150 metres to the southeast. So that area has really got a lot of exploration potential for us. And as I said, 7 holes completed, about 874 metres, and assays will be reported shortly. And then double event where we're drilling at the moment. It's 1 kilometre north of Trafalgar on the granodiorite sedimentary contact. We've actually trenched over the contact and you can see that trench there, trench 3 on the right-hand side, actually picked up some gold, silver and lead in that trench in our announcements on Monday. So that's about 300 metres of trenching there. We've got trench 10 on the western side. We're waiting on results there, but we've certainly seen veins in that. So the program has started with drilling right underneath the old workings there. You can see a drill trace shown there. And we're just drilling down to about 100 metres to see what that system looks like before we go deeper, but it's certainly got lots of potential. So the rights issue, 1 for 3 renounceable rights issues are raised $3 million, priced at 2.3 cents per share with a free 1 for 2 attaching option. The new options will be priced at 4 cents, term of 30 months, and we propose to have them listed. Eligible shareholders can apply for a shortfall and trading of the rights has started. FG1 RA is the ticker code. Offer closes 7th of October. So if you want more info on that, come and see us. To wrap this up, we very firmly believe that Flynn Gold's making great progress with our assets and it's an excellent investment opportunity. We're focused on great commodities, gold and silver. We've got high-grade exploration target announced, which we plan to grow from the work we're doing on other targets. We're drilling and we'll keep drilling for the next 6 months at least on a number of our project areas. And with the management and technical team I've got behind us, I think we're set for more success. So thanks for your time today and enjoy afternoon tea.